all my YouTube followers and fans out there. Back at you with another great cooking video on today. Today's menu, we're gonna do fall style country cooking. Yes, it's the season of autumn, so we are gonna have some Cracker Barrel style food, but my way, Chef Tremaine's way. We're gonna have some delicious country style catfish along with some cheesy Cheddar Bay biscuits or cheddar biscuits. We're gonna have some delicious green beans, garlicky mashed potatoes, and let's see what else. A side of macaroni, but I ain't making it from scratch this time. But we're gonna have some good white cheddar macaroni, cheese on the side. And I'll probably make those before everything else is all said and done. All right, so let's go ahead and get started on those biscuits. All right, this is going to be the first part of the show here, the biscuits. All right, we're going to have some biscuits on the menu. I haven't made homemade biscuits in a while. So we're going to take 2 cups of flour, half a stick of frozen butter, 1 cup of cheddar cheese, 3/4 of a cup of buttermilk, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of Old Bay seasoning, 1 tablespoon of oil, and then after that we'll make the garlic sauce while they're in the air fryer. Go ahead and get our thing out of the oven, but this time I'm gonna put them in my air fryer oven here to make them. So my bowl is cold. The reason is because of this butter here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grate this butter into our pan here, the whole half a stick of butter. And we do it frozen, that way it's easier to grate inside of the pan here. So we take our butter and just grate away, just like this, until it's fully grated. And once we get the butter fully grated, then we'll go ahead and put in our flour and the rest of our ingredients and mix everything together. Alright, so now we got our butter all grated. Alright, and use the rest of it to grease our pan. All right, so now we're going to start mixing our dry ingredients together. All of our dry ingredients are going to get mixed together first before we do our wet ingredients. So we're going to take our Old Bay seasoning, garlic powder, mix that in there, and the parsley. We're going to set this aside for the garlic butter oil that we're going to make later on in the show here. And we also need cheddar cheese as well. Now, if you want to make these without the cheese, you can definitely do that. All you do is just omit the cheese out, and you can make these without cheese if you want to. And grab a spoon here. So I can mix all this seasoning into the flour. So now we're going to add the cheese inside the butter. Mix that together. And now, guess what? It's time to mix everything together. All right, so now we're going to add our 2 cups of flour in here. Mix that together. Now we're going to add our wet ingredients in here. We're going to put our buttermilk, but first we're going to add, I know it says regular oil, but why not add a teaspoon of garlic oil? Let's add a teaspoon of garlic oil. Perfect. Adding our buttermilk. And now we can start mixing this together until a dough forms. I can smell that garlic oil. And once a dough forms, start using your hands to get all this dough and stuff ready. And roll it out on the board so we can start those biscuits. So get some flour. All right, let's go ahead and flour our cutting board. Form the dough and roll it out and cut the biscuits. So yeah, once that dough forms, you can go ahead and use your hands to mix the dough together. And if it's too floury, whatever, you can always add some more buttermilk to it. So I'll go ahead and add just a little more buttermilk. Just a little bit. Put it all on the cutting board. And I'm going to use this to cut out the biscuits. just like this. Just like that. Then you take your cup, just like this, and just cut out the size that you want. And voila! That is a perfect biscuit. Perfect biscuit. And we'll do about some more of these. Let's see if I can get 8 out of these. Those look so good. Those look good. They look good. They look good. They look so good. Oh yeah. They look good. Oh so good. Oh so good. Mm-hmm. Look so good. Oh good. Oh so good. They so good all the time. They so good. At least I got 5 or 6 out of them. That'll do. 6 will be fine. All right. Let's see. Grab that cup. All right, so at least I was able to do 6 biscuits, which is perfect enough. I don't know, maybe I could try to do 8. Well, at least I tried to do 8, but at least we got 7. All right, well, we got 7. 7 biscuits. I don't know, let's see if I could do 8 here. They so good, so good. Yes, they're good. Nah, 7. Yes, at least I tried. 7 is good enough right here. Yeah, 7 is good enough. At least I tried. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and put these on our pan and get these in the air fryer, and then we'll bake these until they are done for about at least 15 to 20 minutes in the air fryer until they're nice and golden brown. And then we'll take them out, get that garlic butter sauce ready, and we will be ready to serve them on up. All right, so we're gonna just go ahead and put them on our thing here. Right, we are all set. So I'm gonna go ahead and get cleaned up, and we're gonna go ahead and start on our green beans. That's coming up next. And I'm gonna go ahead and get those potatoes on the stove. biscuits are done. So now what we're gonna do is take them out and we're gonna brush them up with our garlic and butter sauce. Don't those look good? They look real good. And they're done too. All right, so we got some parsley here. I'm gonna mix that in there. And for the garlic butter sauce, you could either use butter or you could use my famous garlic oil with a little butter. So we're just gonna brush those with a little butter. Oh man, those look good. Put a little bit more on there. Kind of look like Popeye's biscuits. Those look good. It's cool enough to touch. All right, let's go ahead and take out the other biscuits. Looking good, looking good. All right, so I got the potatoes on the stove. I'm using red potatoes this time. Red potatoes. And there we have it, a delicious biscuit. Now, you know the chef gets to try a piece. So I am going to sample a half a biscuit. Are they done? I don't know when we try it. That's why we gotta do the taste test. It's still recording, but you know we can cut it out of there. Okay. All right. Good. Delicious. Very good. All right. I think I did good. All right. Mashed potatoes are done. All right, so now it's time to mash these potatoes up. So we're gonna go ahead and add a little salt, about a pinch of salt in there. And some pepper. Some Slap Your Mama seasoning. Add a little Cajun kick to it. Some Parmesan cheese, just a little bit here. Now we're gonna add some garlic oil in there. Ah, that's perfect. And just about a teaspoon of butter. Just a little butter. All right. Add some garlic powder, some onion and garlic powder, and a little milk. You can add some heavy cream to this too if you have any. You don't have to, but you can if you want to. I'm gonna mix all this together. To a spoon here. And that was very simple. Now we got ourselves some delicious, tasty mashed potatoes. All right, this dinner is almost done. So let's go ahead and start on that fish. And I'll show you the ingredients we're gonna use. And we're gonna put it on the stove in our cast iron skillet and fry it on there just like they do out in the country, I guess. Country fried Cracker Barrel style fish. All right, guess what time it is? It's time to make that fried catfish. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take our catfish and we're going to put it in some buttermilk for about 10 minutes. And then after that, we're going to put it in our cast iron skillet and fry it. All right, so now we're gonna put the catfish in a shallow bowl, which is this right here. Just put them down in there just like this. You can also cut them in half if you want to, like down the middle if you want. I think that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. Cut them up like that. You can leave them whole or cut them however you want. Make sure you have a real super sharp knife. Cut right down the center, just like this. Then you just put them in a thing. Okay. So now we're gonna pour the buttermilk all over the fish. And we're just gonna set this aside for 10 minutes until it is nice and coated in there and set in there. So yeah, we'll let this hang out and marinate for a little while. All right, and then after that, we're gonna make sure all of them are coated. And then now we're gonna go ahead and mix our regular ingredients. We set this aside. All right, so we're gonna take our cornmeal, our flour, mix all that together. And then we're gonna take all of our seasonings. We got a teaspoon of each of garlic powder, lemon pepper, Old Bay seasoning, celery seed, cayenne pepper, regular black pepper, garlic powder, and some celery seed. All goes in here. All right, and we're gonna mix all that together. And we'll be ready to fry our fish. Oh man, this feels like a fall fall country style cooking, especially on a beautiful fall October. Yeah, beautiful mild day. I like fall. The leaves change colors. You get to see the beautiful fall foliage, everything, and also pumpkin spice lattes and recipes and all that come out. And of course the pumpkin. Can't forget about the pumpkin there. Oh yes. All right, so I'm gonna let that sit for 10 minutes. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my cast iron skillet here. Go ahead and start making that fish once I get it all nice and coated with everything. So that's what the buttermilk is doing. This is getting that ready for me to coat it in here so we can pan fry it. Man, I can't wait till all this is done. So what we're going to go ahead and do now is I got the pot on here for the macaroni and green beans. I'm going to go ahead and get all that done. And then we'll be all ready and set for dinner. Let's go ahead and get this fish ready. All right, has been 10 minutes. So now let's coat this fish in our fish batter. It's nothing better than homemade fish batter. Yes, it's the best. Coat the fish in there just like this. And just put it on a plate. And just keep doing it with all the other ones. And we'll be all set and done. Oh man, this is going to be a good fish fry. So we got our oil here. You want to fill it up, not all the way, but enough to where it coats the fish. So here's a tip. Use a candy thermometer to check the temperature of the oil. If you don't have that, take some of your flour and do this and see if it fries up. And if it fries up, that means the oil is nice and ready. So let's go ahead and put one of these fishes in here. Got macaroni on the back stove on the back there. And let's see if this oil is ready. Perfect. Oh yes, that's what I'm talking about. Now, when you put your fish in here, don't overcrowd the pan. All right, put enough in here to where it could cook evenly and to where all the pieces can cook evenly. So I'm gonna start with 4 and then just do them as they cook. And as they're cooking, we just keep check on them. Man, fall country style cooking. Oh my. Yes, on a beautiful fall Sunday, when all you get is a chance to see all those leaves change colors and everything. I'm telling you, I love fall. Yes, summer and fall are my 2 favorite seasons. And this here is one of my fall style menus, I'd say. One of my fall menus. Alright, now flip this over. I'm going to use some tongs. Alright, so you want to let it go, I'd say probably about 3 minutes on each side or 4 minutes on each side. And then just let it hang out and do its thing, and then we'll come back over here and flip them over. Check on our macaroni. Coming along very well back here. All right. So this is white cheddar, black pepper macaroni. That's what we're cooking. And yes, I can't wait to sit down and eat, especially one of those delicious garlic buttery biscuits. Yes. Yes. Definitely can't wait. Over. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Now, there's this new worship song out called He's Good. It's called Good. And it goes like this. He is good. He's so good. He's so good. Fish is now done. Now let's go ahead and take it out. And I'm going to go ahead and finish frying the rest of the fish. And I'm going to go ahead and work with this macaroni here. Man, doesn't that fish look good? All right. Ooh, man. Fresh fried fish. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Uh-huh. It's so good. It's so good. Oh, yes. It's so good. It's all good all the time. It's all good. Alright, so the last thing I gotta do is these green beans. And we'll be all done and ready to set the table up and prepare to eat.